It is 9:30 a.m., the start of a gorgeous summer day in Amsterdam. Hello and a warm welcome live at the Royal Concertgebouw for the final day of the Ammodo Conducting Masterclasses brought to you by the Royal Concertgebouw Orchestra. Once again, 4 young conductors, Earl and Holly Choe, Mirian Khukhunaishvili and Rakitina. After the break, we'll revisit till Eulenspiegels lustige Streiche by Richard Strauss, and we start out with contemporary music by the Danish composer Sørensen and Puerto Rican-born, New York-based composer Angelica Negrón. Her work, otra, noche, otro, mundo, written for the Dallas Symphony, and Sørensen's Evening Land, written for the New York Philharmonic. The Sørensen strikes me, and forgive me the cliché, as Nordic as a fairy tale in subtle watercolors. It starts out and ends on a sunset evening on the Danish countryside. In the middle of the piece, there is an orchestral climax, so constructed as a musical arch, so to speak. The Negrón piece, otra, noche, is far more Latin. It is dance-infused. Pulse and propulsion seem to be the constant undercurrent until the mood changes even there. So a lot of fascinating stuff for the young conductors to chew on. Earl and Holly Choe in the first session this morning, Angelica Negrón and Sørensen. Well, let's turn our attention now to the main hall. The Royal Concertgebouw Orchestra, ready for the start of today's session. And the master coach is Fabio Luisi. There he descends the stairs with the conductors. And it is Earl who begins today's session with presumably Sørensen's Evening Land.
Good morning. Very nice to see you again. We're starting with Evening Land this morning. So, as we know from first day, the music begins with violin solo. I'm going to start conducting from measure 9. And cello enters from measure 10. Thank you.
Just a little bit so he knows
Sure.
somehow the tempo, and then leave him alone.
you. Bravo. Thank you so much. So what, right where we stopped, percussion, thank you so much. Where we just stopped, ta 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 ta, it stays the same, so it's not faster. Ta 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 ta. Thank you very much. It was really beautiful. If I may work from the beginning a little bit.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much. We're going back to the opening of the piece, please.
Don't you want to take the fast part first, maybe?
Sure,
Which is a little
absolutely.
bit more problem in terms
you like
of
me to do that?
verticality.
Sure,
Because
absolutely.
everything else is pretty much clear. You can do it later in terms of dynamics.
Absolutely.
And this, but I think priority now is to be together on
Absolutely.
the yata-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Absolutely. Okay.
Maybe, huh?
Yes.
And then if we have time, we can go back again.
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
But this, my suggestion is, when you switch from, when you switch from 2 to 4,
Yes.
prepare this a little bit earlier, because it's difficult to do 1,
And
2, and then 1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
it's true.
4. So it would be a little bit more
On the-
clear for everybody that you have 1, 2, and.
Yeah.
And so they have already a hint how the new tempo, it's not a new tempo, but how you are shaping this.
We're talking
A
about
little
measure
bit before.
81.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is about 80 and
80 and
to
81.
81.
Yes.
So don't mind the triplet here. They know how to play it, it's fine, it's atmospheric. But what you need is here a clear signal how the tempo and the subdivision will be.
Yes.
Okay, maybe can we start a couple of bars before, and then
Letter
we
E.
can start E. That's good.
Letter E, please. Letter E. Edward. I tried to show this slide, but it didn't work. Yeah, it's too loud. If we can really treat the mezzo fortes, I think, which is the peak of the dynamic at 81, to be really, really as soft as possible. Very, very, and just so that since I stopped and started talking, when we get to letter F, my point of doing this in 4, which kind of gets in the way, is because I don't think F should be scherzo. It should transition almost like it's the same music and we are not sure we're in 12/18 meter. So please don't be ya-da-da-da. I know it's tempting because it's slurred. Ya-da-da-da. And then for violas on the second measure of F, this
Say it again, because it was not very
Clear
clear to
to
me
you?
what you want.
so F.
So I understand what you don't want.
Yes.
You don't want to ta-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra.
Yes.
So can you translate in technical terms?
Letter F should be legato.
Okay, excellent.
Yes. Thank you. May I go directly from 81, please?
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. I think at least at the moment from letter F, you should try to conduct, even if it is not staccato what they have to play. At least for the first reading or the second reading, a little bit more
clear.
staccato
Got
for
it.
you.
Yep.
So they small, so they really ta 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 ta. And then you told already play legato. It's fine. They will
Got
do
it.
this, but for the first couple of bars, they need this.
Yep.
Then you keep doing this for this, which is important. Yatta,
Yeah.
tata, tata, tata.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So don't get too atmospheric.
Yep.
But
Clinical.
Stay strict.
Yes.
I would say strict and very strict here.
Yep.
Here they need yam, tata, tata, tata. They need this.
Yep.
Okay, let's
Okay.
do it one more time, the switching. I would like to have you to do it one more time, a couple of bars before here, maybe starting from letter E again.
Yep.
Because the tempo you have here is not consistent to the tempo you
Yes,
have
I
here.
know. Yes.
And my suggestion is, in your mind, before you start conducting, you have a very small 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. For you,
Yep.
just for you. Think about subdividing one bar before you actually
Yep.
starting to subdivide.
Yep.
Okay? It
Yes.
helps you.
Yes.
Hmm?
Thank you.
Do it again.
Yes.
You were saying something about the second bar of F, this black bar, that's a crunch. So
Just what you did was really great. I just wanted to, I'm so sorry to speak, but I'm talking about measure,
You're allowed to speak. It's not forbidden.
third measure of F. So this music, the beginning, atmospheric beginning is his childhood memories in Denmark. And then this middle section is New York, present day, very busy. But the transition happens very, very subtle. But this crunch is when signals that transition is happening. So it's shifting, but you're the call. It's going to New York. And then later it goes back to childhood and it has happened again. So it should be very, very, very crunch sound. Yes, thank you very much. Let's go from letter E, please.
So be very clear with the 2 and start subdividing at a certain point for yourself.
Yep.
Okay?
Okay,
Then you have a consistent tempo.
thank you. Letter E, please. Thank you. Thank you. I know this is a lot of offbeats and so. I would like to, if you would be very nice, go from letter F, go back to letter F, and just 2 things. Generally, if we can actually, for now, play all the, I know that there are fortissimos and fortes and whatnot, but every overall dynamic, default dynamic should be very, very piano, so very light, Even the bam, bam, glissando's number 2 should be much faster. Like our colleague Mirian said beautifully, it should be like taxi cabs. Whew! So bam, bam, not bow, bow. Yeah, it's not a heartache, but just cabs, taxi cabs. So could we go from letter F one more time? Everything much softer like and light, like classical. They'll be really great. From letter F, please.
Stay small.
Stay small.
Small.
Yeah. Okay. F. Thank you. This is very good. I would love to, as busy as it is, if we could all take a look at where we just stopped, 107, measure 107. Is it possible for us just to have the strings, please, because you're all together. You're all together here. 107, please. And I know that there is a crescendo to fortissimo again, but let's take this as a secondary priority. Just very, very crisp, please. Thank you. 107, just the strings. And Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's try one more time. Let's try one more time. Right now, I'll show much softer beginning, and then on the second beat of 108, it has to be really, really soft again. Subito. Thank you. We're all together here. And Thank you. Much better. Much better. It's almost there.
Can you repeat 111?
111.
This is not so clear for
Yes.
everybody, I think.
Yes. I think, may I say something, or should I
Yeah.
just? At 111, what I'm hearing is that there's different versions of coming off the 16th. The note, the first note and the second note should come much sooner. Da, 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 da. Yeah? It's not an 8th rest, it's a 16th rest. Can we just do directly 111, please? 111. Sorry for counting out, but just for 3 and. Just one more time. Just that. Thank you. Just that. Da, 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 da. 3 and. Thank you. Thank you. Can we have everyone? Can we have, so this now from 107, this is our meeting point, so to speak. So can we actually take it now from letter G, please? Fortissimos, again, just hit and then really get away, but without compensating the tempo. Thank you very much. Letter G, Gloria. 3 and. Thank you so much. Bravo. It's much better. Thank you. Now, if you would be kind, I would like to look at measure 117. This is another strong point that the rhythm is very, very together. Just for once, if you wouldn't mind, thank you for your generosity. At 117 to just play everything piano, just once. Just once piano. Da 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 bow bow. 117 everything piano, but keeping the articulation, please. Thank you. 117. 3 and. Thank you. Great. Yep.
Earl, do the plays from letter H. Because before H is fine, everybody's almost playing together, so
Yeah.
it's clear. From H on, it's a little bit still confusing.
Yep. If we could take a look at letter H,
And
please.
it helps a lot
Yes.
if in these cases where the rhythmical pattern is the priority,
Yes.
actually,
Yes.
that you don't even conduct too much the dynamic, but you pay attention to keep the tempo.
Yeah.
So we do not so much, just 1, 2, 3, 4. This is right now what they need the most. And then maybe some cue for the big beginning
entrances.
of
Yes,
entrances,
yes.
right? But otherwise, make really priorities now to be vertical,
Yeah.
and then you have to be vertical as well.
Yes.
Okay, just a little bit, not so much dynamic or interpretation. Just let's do it together.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you. Letter H, please.
and that's why you should stay small.
Yes. H. Heather. And up. Good. Thank you. We do it one more time, please. Thank you. Yes, thank you. 3 and. Yep. Good. Thank you very much.
Don't you want to do this section here? Because normally it's very good with a brass, but this one is completely out of rhythm.
Yes.
Want to do this just with them?
Yes.
Only the brass, maybe?
Yes.
Okay. Because it is important, not because they are not together in this bar, but if they are not together in this bar, they are not going to be together on the downbeat.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And this is important for everybody.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try this.
Yes. We're looking at letter J, 2 measures before letter J. Could we just have the brass, please? Brass play from 2 before J, and the reason we're doing it is that, of course, it's all segmented, but on the downbeat of letter J is the meeting point. You have all that bound together. So if we could just have the brass from 2 measures before letter J, please. Yeah.
The
we
meeting
try one
point
more
was
time?
good. The meeting point was perfect.
Yeah, meeting
the
point
bar
was-
before we have to rehearse one more time.
Yes. Yes.
Just the bar before.
Just the part before letter J, please. 3 and 1. Yeah, yeah.
Was that together?
I think it could be. Let me try one more time. 127, please. On the third beat, mpa is also supposed to be together. Thank you. And, oh, 1. Yes, thank you very much. If we could all go from measure 124, please. 124. Right from the downbeat, please. Thank you very much. Yes, 1 to 4. Yes, your D, B flat. And A. Yes, thank you. Good.
Before we stop,
We need to do this.
yes.
Yes.
But I think, well, we would need a little bit more. But can you start here?
Yes.
Okay. And pay attention here. And especially when you have a crescendo, pay attention because you are slowing the tempo down.
I'm okay.
Yeah?
I mean.
Because you are getting bigger and you're slowing down a little bit. Okay?
Yep.
Good. Let's do this until the new tempo, please.
Yes. Thank you. We're looking at letter K, please. Letter K. Letter K. Ka. If we get to letter M, for sandpaper, if you could, I know that you have triple piano, but if that could be much more, so that I rely on you too also to get
Should
tempo.
be mezzo forte.
Thank you.
Should be mezzo forte.
Thank you very
We changed it with bend
Ah, okay.
because it was
Mezzo
not
forte.
it was not possible to hear.
Got it.
And
Thank
we
you
need
very
more.
Yes. Letter K, please.
Stay small. Stay small.
I'm so sorry to stop. One last time in this section. So sorry. One last time in this section to stop. I feel that when we get to around 160, I know that there are fortissimo pianissimos, but if we can just treat those fortissimos as accented mezzo fortes, it doesn't really get back down to that default piano dynamic, way too large. So if you wouldn't mind going from letter L, yes?
Wants to just violas and cellos, this 161.
Absolutely, 161. Just the violas and cellos, perhaps maybe with violins too, if that's okay, because you all have that together. Yes, 161, just the strings, please, without bass. 161, starting from the third beat. Thank you. Here's 161. And 1, 2, 3. Sorry. Without the melody, just the Can we go from just same place, please, starting from the third beat of 161. Empty first and second down. Yep, here we go, 161. 1, 2. Good, that's good. What I hear is that on your offbeats, again, at 163, we come in too late after 16th note rest. And then meeting point is on the third and fourth beat of 163. Yatta has to be absolutely locked on.
If you repeat such small parts,
Yes.
keep going it until it is perfect.
Okay.
Because now it was better, but it was still not really good. Do it one more time until it's really good.
Yes.
And then go to the next problem.
Yeah.
Do it again, this couple of bars, please.
Yeah.
One more time,
Same.
ladies and gentlemen. 161, second part of the bar.
Thank you.
We want to have it perfect.
Yes. 1, 2. Thank you. If we could try one more time, it's almost.
Thank you.
It's okay?
Yes.
Okay.
This is wonderful.
Oh,
Thank
we're
you so
done.
much.
Oh.
Yes, we're done.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Master. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Hey.
Third and fourth horn, thank you. We are going to stay with Angelica Negrón's piece till the break. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Parts are really very difficult to manage.
Yeah.
What we just did, so.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, it's
Of Sørensen.
Yeah. They're all made up, copied in another way to be easier, but actually it's not.
Okay. I don't know this problem. Okay. Sorry. No. Follow her. She's playing very regular 16 notes. The moment she starts, she knows exactly this is the tempo.
Yes.
Then follow her. You are pushing.
Yeah.
Okay. And before you start, imagine think for yourself how the tempo should be.
I feel we're a little under 88.
No, you're not.
Okay.
And
Okay.
singing helps you to have the right conception, because now the upbeat was much too fast, and then the moment she started, you slowed down. So try to think, how do I want this? I sing the first bar for me, and you continue. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's do it one more time.
Da capo.
It's a little bit too small now, you know? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Don't hide too much. They still need a little bit. It doesn't need to be like this, but they need a downbeat
Yeah.
and the three. This is important. So
Yeah.
downbeat, three, and downbeat. Okay? Especially if not everybody is playing. There are people who are
Counting.
a lot of rest,
Yeah.
counting, and they need a little bit of help. Good. Angelica, good morning. We have the composer with us, and it's a big help. If you could just in a couple of words tell us all this, the first section of your piece. How did you come to this? What is the basic idea of this? Because I'm not sure if Holly or if I really understand. And I think it is something very peaceful with a little bit of movement inside which doesn't affect the piece of the first section. And then it changes in mood. But can you tell us a little bit about this?
I would say there's more of a desire.
We cannot hear you.
There's more of a desire to focus and be fully present in the moment. This idea of when you're trying to focus but your mind is going many places. So the focus is the one pitch, right? Everyone's playing the same thing, but they're playing in different ways and different textures. So more than peaceful, I would say there's uncertainty and a constant attempts at being present, if that helps.
Okay. Do it again then.
With uncertainty.
Keeping this in mind.
Yes.
Well, where does uncertainty come out?
When we have.
No,
Oh, no.
earlier. All this,
When this starts.
everything which is against the 1, 2, 3, 4 is sign of uncertainty. So tim, tam, this is against. If you have ta 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 ta, this is pretty much clear. This is the fundamental idea. But everything what comes tam tam ta ta pam ta 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 ta, this is the uncertainty. But in order to achieve this,
Yes.
we need a clear beat in 4 and a steady 4/4, which doesn't change. Otherwise, we don't have this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Try again.
Beginning. At the beginning, yes.
The first one. Don't know where it comes from. Don't bounce too much. Have we been good together with the horns?
No, it's slightly behind.
What?
It's slightly behind.
They are
Yeah.
behind?
Yes.
No,
No?
you are ahead.
Okay, that's another perspective.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know, this is because what I said already in the previous days. Sometimes the tendency we all, me too, we all have is to think too much ahead of what we are doing in that very moment. So think about where you are, not where you are going to be. And if you already in this bar think so about the 3 tam, it's coming too early. So think 1, 2, 3, 4 not before this. You think already 2, 3, 4 tam. And then this is not together because it doesn't have the right pace.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's why I'm so insisting, and very
Yes.
sorry for you and also for Anna the other day. This piece, you need a steady pace. This is a pace. The tempo is secondary, but what we need is stability. Tam, tam, tam. Because the uncertainty Angelica is talking about comes from the stability. If you don't have stability, you cannot have the contrast, which makes us understand this is against this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? Good.
I start from here.
That's a good point. Yes, excellent.
36, please.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Do you want to rehearse a little bit?
Yes, in this moment for the strings, bar 84. Let's start from pianissimo and wait to crescendo 2 bars later.
I would start a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
And in order to have all this section a little bit more together when we
Yes.
have this
I
keep
would
flowing.
do Dora. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Dora.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. To finish the thought at letter Eduardo, for 2 bars, we need to keep the tension. It's just us with the tremolo, and we make the crescendo there, yeah? Let's go Dora with organ, flute, clarinet, and the harp. The flute imitates harp's right hand, clarinet imitates harp's left hand, and organ is joining us as well. Dora. Only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
yeah.
What
pedal.
about doing once flute and clarinet together.
Okay.
Just the two of them.
Or flute and harp?
If we are playing together, you are wrong. Okay, it is always alternating. Okay? So just for you to know.
Those people?
My suggestion. You
Okay.
want to have somebody more? Maybe vibraphone?
With harp, I would have
With harp?
said,
Okay,
'cause-
with harp.
Yeah, okay.
Clarinet, flute, and harp, please. Thank you.
Same place.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Let's go from 73. We got off at 74. 73? 7-3, same people. Yeah. One more time. Flutes, we try to stay together. Yeah. Let's do it one last time. Let's watch out at 74, the first note for the flutes, and 73, the 3 from the end. The 3, E, 4, ba, ba. Okay, thank you, bravi. Can we add 3 accents for the flutes? That's 75. At 75, beat 3, the end of 3 and 4. Let's add accents there. Yeah. And then the next part also, when we are just on the beat, the 3 notes accents as well. Thank you. And harp imbalance, I think we can have a bit more of the harp. Tutti, let's go before Dora, where the cellist begins, 58. Tutti, 58. Yeah. 5-8. Measure 5-8. Yeah.
Sorry.
Tagadaka, tagadaka.
Are they playing correctly?
I didn't hear it.
How you sing, it's not
Lagaraga.
correct. It's not tarara, it's tarara, tarara,
I mean,
tarara,
yes.
tarara.
Yes,
They're
yes.
playing very short. They're playing tarara, tarara,
Yes.
tarara.
Longer eighth notes at the end of the run.
Okay, but I wanted you to rehearse a little bit, maybe
Yeah.
from this section,
Yes.
from E.
After E,
Okay.
third bar, fourth bar, cello bass, trombones and bassoons. Can we have the più marcato? And if possible, and this is a genuine question, can we do it as Bartok pits? Very snappy. Yeah, lots of character. Let's try it, these people. After Eduardo, fourth bar for the bassoons, trombones, and cello bass. Yeah. 3, 4. Yes, cello bass, yes, and the brass. Let's do più marcato and more space between the notes. Più secco.
You really wanted that brutal?
I had breakfast with Angelica and she gave me the permission to try.
To try brutal, Angelica? Really? So like Bartok?
Drama!
Like Bartok pits? Yes. Okay. Sorry. Good.
Same place, same people. Yeah, same place. This will be fine.
I think they
Yeah, they got the message.
they got it.
Yeah. There's one spot with the same motif.
But you want to do this with everybody, maybe from letter E or something like this?
Yes. Bassoons and basses,
1 minute.
bar 80. Bassoons and basses, bar 80. We do the same, pop, each one crescendo over the 4 bars. Yeah. Thank you. Tutti. Let's go from Dora. Dora.
Thank you.
Out of time. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, the break, Master.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Holly Choe, working with the Royal Concertgebouw Orchestra on this wonderful piece by Angelica Negrón in Otra, Noche, in Otro, Mundo. She wrote it, Negrón, for the Dallas Symphony. It was premiered last year by its music director, Fabio Luisi, who is the master during these Ammodo Conducting Masterclasses. Today, the final day, brought to you live from the Royal Concertgebouw in Amsterdam. And in just a moment, I'll be joined by Anna Rakitina and Mirian Khukhunaishvili, the 2 young conductors who will be conducting Strauss, till Eulenspiegels. And before Holly, we heard Earl, in the new piece by Ben Sørensen, Evening Land. Remarkable choice of repertoire, and I'll ask Fabio Luisi to motivate his choice of repertoire in just a moment. And during this interval, we'll have a great video for you with Fabio Luisi conducting Robert Schumann's Symphony No. 4 with the Royal Concertgebouw Orchestra a couple of days before Christmas last year, 2021. These streams will remain on YouTube and on the website of the Royal Concertgebouw Orchestra for you to enjoy. Source of inspiration for the coming seasons. And the former sessions with Ivan Fischer, for example, and Daniele Gatti are still available on our website. Well, here you are. Come closer. Yes, yep, the two of you, Anna and Mirian, good morning to you. Did you sleep well?
Oh yes, very well.
Do you feel more relaxed than a couple of days ago compared to Monday morning?
Oh, I'm always relaxed.
You are. Do you have the feeling that the orchestra embraces you guys, and loves to work with you?
Absolutely, absolutely. And this gives us such a big motivation, and that we are relaxed because of the orchestra really embraces us.
Isn't it wonderful to witness? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So this choice of repertoire, it's a wide variety of pieces. It's Schumann, it's German Romanticism in its peak, late 19th century, highly virtuosic, and then these two contemporary pieces. How did you prepare? How long did it take you to prepare for these sessions?
Well, the German part of the program, I think we all already knew before. So it take a while to prepare the contemporary pieces, and it has its own challenges. So yeah, I think about a month, something.
Yeah. We got the scores 1 month before. And yeah, it was just 1 month we were preparing the contemporary pieces.
So explain to our viewers, how do you do it? You receive the score, and then what?
It depends. It depends. There's a score, how it's written, the orchestration. In case of Evening Land, it's very difficult to play. More, I tried, and also I know that composer wrote it not playing on the piano. It's just imagination, and I tried to follow this, and I was trying to sing all the parts, pretending to be the instrument what he wrote. And this is how I was preparing for the piece, because we could not listen to this recording. I couldn't find it, and yeah, I was trying to sing all the parts in the score.
Just like what Earl told the orchestra this morning, it's from Danish countryside to the hubbub of New York City and then back to Denmark again. Do you visualize the score as well?
Absolutely. I could see the field, I could see the trees and cows and horse. And yeah, I tried to imagine my childhood in the summer house. And I've never been to America, but I imagined some busy district somewhere in the metropolitan.
And how about you, Anna, the Negrón piece? How did you prepare that? You receive the score, and what do you do then?
So I think the first thing that we all try to do is just to use our inner ear to listen to it and to see the structures, to see the highest points, the most important parts, the drama of the piece. And then we look at the orchestration, how it's written, where is who, and how it combines, and that's it, and how it works.
Yeah, that's for our audience quite intriguing, that when you read a line, you hear it inside, don't you? So how many lines can you hear simultaneously? Because there are 16 or 20. I mean, that's sheer impossible.
Well, it's tricky, but there are a lot of lines that kind of imitate each other or go together. So it's not that huge amount of lines. But yes, we train all our lives to prepare ourselves to be able to read and to hear as much lines as we have.
What is your instrument?
I'm violinist at the back to childhood. I was.
So does it help? Does it help to instruct the string section?
Very much, yeah.
How about you?
I am a singer. So.
Well, that's maybe the best instrument of all.
Yeah, it is. It is. So I always try to make instruments similar to as a singing, like voice line, and yeah, it helps me a lot.
That's fascinating. What is your favorite piece this week? Your favorite repertoire?
Strauss. Eulenspiegels, yeah.
Coming up after the break.
Yes, yes.
How long have you known this work? It's highly virtuosic. It's very complicated.
Yes, unfortunately, I didn't have chance before to learn it. I just learned for this Concertgebouw Masterclass, yes. And before I studied Heldenleben, I studied Death and Transfiguration, but Eulenspiegel, first time I touched this piece.
How about you?
Yeah, I also like the piece very much, Strauss, but I think I knew it for maybe 5 years or something. Also not that.
So what is your childhood music? What's the music you grew up with?
Well, I think it's kind of early or middle romantic time, so like Schumann, Schubert, Mozart, of course, not romantic but classical, but yeah, Beethoven and all these things.
Is this contemporary music a must for you? Well, let's do it because they asked us to do it. Or are you fascinated, intrinsically motivated by new music?
Recently, last year I played more contemporary music, some premieres in Iceland, and yeah, I find it a different approach there. So it helps me with my imagination, and it develops my inner feeling of how to sound the orchestra, because it's not the typical orchestration we used to learn in our childhood. So. Yeah, I love working on contemporary music, but not all the time to specialize in that.
So what are your plans and ambitions for the, let's say, the near future? What happens after this summer? Or anything on the agenda?
For me, it happens that I'm participating in Trondheim Princess Astrid conducting competition in Norway. So after Concertgebouw, I'm starting preparing the program for the competition.
With different repertoire?
Yes, and Don Juan, I have their Strauss.
There he is again, our favorite friend. And how about you, Anna?
Yeah, I'm going to Tanglewood for the next 2 months, and yeah, I'm sitting and doing a concert there, so pretty busy time.
Well, I wish you a great summer there in the Tanglewood Festival outside of Boston. Anna, Mirian, have a great session just after the break. Thank you. Well, Maestro, please. Fabio Luisi, it's wonderful to have you this week with us. And it's fascinating to hear the one-liners you coin, like yesterday. They need you more now. You should do less. Please explain to our viewers what you mean by this statement.
Well, they need more. It's the very core of the conducting job, which is helping the orchestra play well. And sometimes the orchestra needs some hint, some help from the conductor. Can be a cue, can be a tempo, can be looking at a group of instruments. On the other side, do less if it is not necessary to do so much. I think the movement, the gesture we are doing should be really reduced to a minimum. Only what is really necessary in order to help the orchestra understand the piece or to keep the orchestra well together. So it depends on the situation we are into in that very moment.
Yeah, I was thinking about this statement and the art of conducting. It is part of the art of conducting. To me, seems to find the simplicity of meaningful gestures, the simplicity of it all. But it has to be meaningful.
They have to be meaningful, and the more you reduce the amount of gesture you are doing, the better they get, actually, and they get more clear for the orchestra, and this is really what the orchestra needs in order to play well with you.
Another suggestion you made yesterday to Anna in the slow movement of Schumann, just now, Holly, less vertical and more horizontal. Why?
Because I think it should be a connection between your body language and the meaning of the music. And like in this second movement of the Schumann symphony, the conducting pattern, this 3/8 we have, it's not that important. Once we have the tempo, this is clear. It doesn't need to be told again. what is more important in that very moment is how the phrase is going. And with your gesture, with the hands and with the eyes, you can help the orchestra to shape the phrase properly. The shaping of a phrase is a logical and musical process. So you start the phrase, you look for a peak of this phrase, and you end this phrase. And this all can be shown by your hands.
Even now, it is so fascinating. You seem to contain the sound. You never lose the sound. If you do this, it escapes. But during the Schumann, even you simulate the orchestra. You don't conduct the orchestra. You ask them to be silent while you conduct. But while I watched it, I almost heard it. You keep it to yourself, almost physically, the sound.
You try to suggest with your body language how they should play. As a conductor, you don't make any sound. You just try to make an image with your body. The orchestra can understand, implement, and doing with their instrument. So it's something metaphysical, if we want, because we are not doing music. We are not playing. The orchestra is playing. We help the orchestra play, and we should help with everything we have. Talking in the rehearsal, reduced to a minimum. In the concert, you cannot talk, and so you have to show differently. That's why yesterday I told in our session with the young conductor, you have to build up a repertoire of gesture and according to your very body language, which is different from anybody else. So don't imitate other conductors, but try to develop. And this is a very long process. You cannot have it ready when you are 20. And I am 63 and I'm not ready yet. So I'm still developing and still discovering new things. And this is the beauty of our job, that we never stop learning.
In just a moment, we'll watch part of the video, the recording made with you conducting the orchestra back in December with Schumann's Symphony No. 4, the Romance, the slow movement, like the first symphony, the Spring Symphony, the slow movement. What happens? Do you see, when you conduct it, do you see the score? Do you visualize something else? What happens?
No, I normally don't visualize the score. I hear the music in my head.
Before it happens?
While it's happening. In the very moment it happens, I hear this, and I somehow compare automatically what it is in my head, what I'm hearing in myself, and what I'm hearing from the orchestra, so I can make corrections.
Another remark you made, you are, as a conductor, you're part of that musical body. You are making music together.
Exactly. That's why I cannot hear it ahead of the orchestra, and having the score running in my head would be just reading, and that's not what I want. I want to be part of this beautiful complex of musicians.
Maestro, it's wonderful to have you this week. I wish you well in Dallas and in Copenhagen, in Denmark, and from after this summer in Japan as well.
Thank you so much.
I hope to see you soon back at the Concertgebouw Orchestra.
I hope so. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Fabio Luisi, fantastic teacher, fantastic, inspiring mentor. This was December last year, 21, a couple of days before Christmas, with Fabio Luisi conducting the Royal Concertgebouw Orchestra in Schumann's Symphony No. 4. So this was last year, a couple of days before Christmas 2021, with Fabio Luisi conducting the Royal Concertgebouw Orchestra during lockdown. But as you could see, not anymore 5 feet apart, but close together, making music as normal as possible together. Again, in this Fourth Symphony by Robert Schumann. Okay, back to the main hall with Mirian Khukhunaishvili and after him Anna Rakitina conducting till Eulenspiegels lustige Streiche by Richard Strauss with the Royal Concertgebouw Orchestra. The final session of the Ammodo Conducting Masterclass, brought to you live from the Concertgebouw in Amsterdam. Made possible, these masterclasses, by Ammodo, the Schweizer Mengelberg Stiftung, the Kira Kondrashin Fonds and Foundation Concertgebouworkest. And the streams remain available on YouTube and on the orchestra's website. Final preparations, studying the score. A concert is the tip of the iceberg. You don't see what conductors do at home in their study. Studying scores day and night, making them their own. Seeing and hearing every line of the score. And this is quite a job. The Strauss till Eulenspiegel. It's been on the orchestra's repertoire since 1903, when Richard Strauss took the orchestra on a tour to London for 5 concerts with predominantly his own repertoire. Among these till Eulenspiegels lustige Streiche, the merry pranks of a peasant folk hero, his failures and his successes. Great material for a virtuosic composer, unprecedented at the time, Richard Strauss. This is Vesco Ashkenazi, concertmaster. And this is Ivan Podiomov, principal oboe of het Koninklijk Concertgebouworkest. Mirian Khukhunaishvili, and behind him the master coach, Fabio Luisi. On the music stands, Richard Strauss.
Miriam,
Yes.
especially the moment when we have something melodical, let them play. Don't push too much. You are pushing a little bit. Try to listen. They know how to shape phrases. So help them to shape them beautifully. If you push, you are ruining a little bit because it starts beautifully and then you are pushing. No need. Try to listen and also to accept what they are offering to you. Not only to do your thing, but respect also what they offer. This is a giver orchestra. They give. Accept it. Okay? Let's do one more time from the beginning.
From the beginning. In the second bar, clarinet and bassoon, really sharp sforzando and subito piano. For me, this is the first prank already in the introduction.
Show it. Yeah. No need to say. If the second time, if you have shown it properly and they still don't do it, then you can tell. Now you have played a little bit, played again from the beginning, and then show it. This is an issue for you. Very good. It's fine. You are right. It's real good. But show it more, and then if they still don't do it, then you can intervene. But otherwise, they will understand.
I'm so sorry. This is wonderful sound. Only be natural. To be the same as the beginning. It's one big phrase. The first beginning of the bar, I tried to show it.
You want so much?
I exaggerated just to show how
They did it.
Okay. Maybe more than starting with più vibrato with the F. Yeah.
They are offering you something you are not accepting. They are offering taram, taram, taram.
Yes.
You are not accepting this. You don't want this?
Not
why
yeah.
not? It is so beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful, but yeah, okay. I'm trying to make the four-bar phrase here. Yeah.
They are offering to you something very valuable.
Yeah. Okay.
what you don't have necessarily to correct, because it is really very beautiful. Accept it.
Yeah, okay. After this crescendo and subito, like sforzando, it could be even less, just nothing. And the beginning as well. Okay. That's I was thinking to avoid the starting with accent.
It's not the accent. Yes, but they need a clear beat in order to start together. It's not an accent. An accent is this. But if you do a clear beat, taka, 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 this is an accent. It's up to you. Don't push anymore.
Yeah. I thought that.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I didn't intend to interrupt.
I understood.
You can push a little bit with the horn, but no need to do because he knows.
He's doing fine.
He's doing it, and they are going with him. And then the second time, you don't need to do.
Just to follow him.
Just follow. Just follow. Nothing happened there. It's not an accelerando anymore.
Yeah. Okay. I will try for the last.
This is always in terms to listening. And also accepting what is given to you, okay? Listen more. And you have the privilege to stay here with this orchestra, and this orchestra is offering. They offer, they keep offering. And if it's really against your will, okay, but if they offer beautiful things, take them, okay? And then you can use them many, many, many times afterwards with other orchestras. Okay, one more time. What? No? Yeah, sure.
And this crescendo, I will try to be more sharp, but sparkling on the for the last time, I think. Yeah.
Okay, stop.
Yeah.
Where are you looking?
To him.
To him?
Yes.
Okay. Look to him and look to everybody else.
Okay.
Because I like him as well. But look to everybody. Look to everybody.
Okay.
Look to everybody. Everybody. Okay? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Are you looking at him?
Yes.
Or are you
And showing for everyone. And I'm not changing any tempo. 1, 2, 3,
if you don't look to them, or if you don't give to first and second violins a clear beat, is happening like it happened now and the previous way and the previous time, that they are starting almost together because they are a little bit too late because they don't know when to play. If the group doesn't know when to play, eventually they come in, but eventually. So always a little bit too late. If you want to be, and in this very place, you need them to be on the beat and not somewhere later. And you need this, pam, pam, pam. And then he takes this as impulse to start. So he's not going to be too early, and they are not going to be too late. Try directly from
2 bars,
this.
maybe 2 bars before 6/8. Clarinet.
Sorry for this, but
2 bars, yeah.
small.
Thank you. It's very, the oboes, this sforzando, very, and more sforzando. I keep it more, 1 bar, and then diminuendo.
You can show it better because
Yeah.
it's only one play.
Yeah.
If you give this one that big, it is difficult for you to give the sforzato even bigger. Then give it to him, and then they
try.
understand better. So it's only one playing. You don't need so much. It's just look at him, okay,
Yeah.
and then you have the accent.
And
you
to save
wish for.
time, after this place, trombones and trust the same.
They
Big
will
fortissimo.
show
Yeah,
it.
Yeah. And to keep this fortissimo for a while, to make.
Show it,
Yeah.
Miriam.
Yeah, yeah,
show
yeah.
it, Miriam. Show it. Don't talk.
I will start from 46, after fermata, directly after fermata. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, it's too, I'm taking faster, so that's why not too big. Poco ritenuto here. Yeah, this is very beautiful, tempting before these 4 bars, it's very nice, but later I need tempo. That's why I won't make this big, huge difference to change the tempo. I will make a small, little bit lighter, but not meno mosso, if may I. Because later I need
do what you want, but
all
think
that-
about think a little bit about the shaping of this section. If you are doing
Not this tempo, of course.
this is the tempo you have.
Yeah, but
you want this tempo?
I'm not keeping exactly the same tempo, but not that much meno mosso.
Okay.
Because
that's
for
fine.
later I need the
I
tempo
wanted-
to keep.
I wanted to ask you a general question. It's getting very muscular now, very loud and very harsh. Is that what you want?
Not harsh, but
But
loud,
it is.
yes. Loud I want.
Pay attention. Loud, okay. No problem to playing loud for every orchestra, but
Yeah.
harsh. And if you give so much and they are playing harsh. because you are conducting harsh.
This person, yeah, it was the character I wanted to show.
Why?
This is so. In this personage, there is a character.
It's
a lot of things.
It's never harsh. Till is
Not
never
harsh.
harsh.
Is not the word. Word
It's
I
always
want.
ironical.
Yeah, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, just telling. It's not.
Okay.
Pay attention. It's not the character because it's really too hard, and it can be beautiful. Ta, 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 ta. It should be a little bit more, aesthetically better.
I will try.
Or you want this really.
No,
we
not,
go
not
all
this
the way.
character, of course, not the dramatical different.
Yeah,
of
because
course.
now it's getting very, 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 very muscular, and I actually, it is a huge chamber music.
Okay.
You know.
I will
Okay,
try.
just think about it. Okay. I like that your enthusiasm, and I like the swing. It's beautiful to see, and they react. But of course, the more you give, the more they give back. And they are already giving 110% because they see so much, you know? So, a little bit less.
Try. I will try. Yeah. 2 bars before 5.
In order to, you know, it's a question of sound.
Yeah.
I always say, play forte, play fortissimo,
But
play
still
a
have
triple
elegance.
fortissimo until the sound is still beautiful. And every one of these musicians know for their very instrument, how far can I go before it gets ugly? And we should not ever go beyond that point. And if you insist, they are going beyond that point, even this orchestra. Okay? Don't insist too much. Okay? Good. But you're doing well. This is
Thank
fine.
you.
Everything is great. It's just do not exaggerate in this.
2 before 5. And this is the only place I really want big crescendo.
Yeah, that's fine. No, loud is great. Loud is perfect.
Yeah.
But how? This is the key.
Leggero.
Why are you pushing?
Yeah, here why I push again. I'd like to hear it tirarum, 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 tirarum all the time. And who has this solo? Show the first note. Tirarum,
Yeah,
tirarum, tirarum.
this is everybody understands it, but you are pushing the tempo.
Because I dragged in 6 tirarum, pam, 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 pa. If I continue this tempo later in pararam, pam, pam, pam,
Yeah, but
it becomes very heavy.
if you are too fast, we cannot understand what you want to understand. You want to understand tararam, tararam, tararam. If it's too fast, you just have tarara, tarara, tararam.
Okay.
It's not understandable.
I will try
So,
to make it better, so sound better.
Take what they offer.
Okay. 6, please. Or maybe not to wait this solo, but answer all the time if you have this theme. Even less? For this grazioso, maybe because of the bowing, it sounds ida, accents on the first notes. Maybe we try tida, tida, and space between the 2 notes, tida, 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 to everyone, not tida, tida, yeah. Or maybe up, 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 yeah. But it's, yeah. 8.
No.
Maybe, but I mean,
No.
yeah. Just not to make.
No, sure.
Yeah.
They can do this.
Yeah. I will start from 8. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, this may be very, very light bow, very eerie sound. Faster and light bow.
Miriam, that's fine what you're saying, but the problem
It's too much stopping.
No, it's fine. No, this is good. The problem is, yes, this and this. So if you are taking so much time now, this is going to be unstable.
Yeah.
You want it unstable?
No, of course.
Then you have to keep it in time. And even what you said to them, the distance between the 16 notes, don't focus too much on it because it should be together with this. You know, and
but always even still space between.
Let me speak.
Yeah, sorry.
And you have to really to pay attention to them for the start. This is important. This. And then you go to them. You start with them, and then you go to them. But you have in your ears still the 16th note of the viola and the 16th note of the second violins, because they dictate the tempo here. And you cannot do anything about it. Okay?
The same place, please.
Do the same, keeping the tempo.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You're focusing too much on them, and on them. And showing this, which is beautiful, and it's right. But showing this, you are losing the tempo. And then we lose the 16 notes. Can you try again?
Don't look at me on 16.
They are not looking,
yeah.
because it's dangerous. But then we are not together.
Okay.
That's not what we want, right?
Of course, I got it.
Good. One more time.
A little bit.
They know, but you are holding back.
Yeah, because they were rushing a bit.
No, you are holding back.
Oh, okay.
Can you sing it for me? No, you are holding back. This is the tempo.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sorry. I will try from 130. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, let's start from 9. Yeah, let's start from 9.
Want to rehearse a little bit?
Yes. After 15,
4 minutes.
I will take out some layers. After 15, clarinets and oboes. pop, 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 very open sound, and a bit sharper and more. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, after 15 and in 16 as well, the same motif. And after 16, this, with, I imagine in the violin solo, and now, down, bam, it's a dragon, this pushing, I will put more, then again, he's trying to seduce women, and they are just pushing him away. So all the time this dan, 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 a bit more grace note, tian, 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 and then again, all the time this, yeah, it could be exaggerated, this, and later on, yeah, maybe I will try this. Oh, the last thing, the woodwinds.
Miriam, too much information. It's enough now.
It was the third one, okay.
Yes, but then you have to make them shorter.
Sure.
Because I already forgot the first one.
Okay. May I try the solo, the cadenza? This is Erste Zeitmaß, so after 14, cadenza. Just we can start directly cadenza. Cadenza. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Too much? Flute, more? Yeah, I can't, maybe I will try to make a balance. The pianissimo with us, and the flute più piano, mezzo piano. Pirara, and always tirara. Okay, yeah, once more.
Don't forget, they are only two.
I know, but I can't hear.
What you hear here, it's not what you hear there.
Okay.
If they play too soft, we are not going to hear them there. And if he wrote for two soli, he wanted two soli. Mm-hmm. Okay, so a piano from 10 second violins is softer than a piano from two solo violins. Okay, so.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Maestro, thank you. Ups.
Hello, everyone. so lovely to see you the third time, and thank you for this chance very much. And I had so enjoyable time.
What do you want to do?
Till Eulenspiegels.
Yeah, we know that. From the beginning, or maybe something a little bit more in the
what would you
middle, so
suggest?
we could end it. That would be
yeah,
maybe.
we can do that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe starting from after the cadenza.
Okay.
After the cadenza. After the cadenza.
Direct.
No, okay, good. Okay
Yeah,
then.
Okay.
Very good. If it's okay for you.
Then maybe we can start from the viola section.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay.
It is gemächlich before number
8
13.
bars. Yeah. So we start 8 bars before 13. 8
13.
before 13.
If you push, happens like this.
Get it.
Okay? Just if you listen, You cannot push because they are playing. Just follow them. Don't push. Otherwise, it's.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Good. Want to rehearse a little bit?
Well, maybe we can start from 2 bars before 20 or something. I felt that I took a little slow tempo with this.
You can take the tempo you want.
Yeah, and maybe we can.
Sense.
Yeah. Okay. So 2 bars before 20. So 2 bars before 20. And
no need to push. The moment you have the tempo, pom, pom, pom. Just listen. Tam, 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 tam. Show the accent if you want, but you are still pushing, and I don't understand why. And if I don't understand, they don't. You want faster? Then you have to prepare this a little bit earlier.
Right. Sure.
But once it's done, it's difficult to push. Then it's not organic, you know. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it one more time.
Same place. Yeah.
Same place. To pay attention because you are very big all the time, and this is not so good because I see from your eyes you want some place to have a little bit more soft, but they are not doing this because you are so big, like here, you know.
And it's too late
Reduce.
already.
But no, it's not too late. You always can do this, but the moment you think about it, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I get it.
Let me see. I didn't understand here technically when you go two already here.
De poco ritenuto
Why?
var. Well,
It's only one musician playing.
Okay.
That
I
you can
see in
and then you have the pace for the next,
okay,
which
disconnection.
says etwas ruhiger or etwas gemächlicher. Okay,
Yeah,
no need to subdivide too much.
divide, okay.
Let him do the job; it's fine, and you go with him. Okay, no. We try to make it less complicated. Very good. I'd like to do one more time. Maybe from this, from 22, when it gets a little bit more complicated. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Stay a little bit smaller. And here, the most important thing is to keep the pace, because somebody is playing tam ta tam tam. Somebody is playing tam ta tam tam ta tam. Okay. They need a clear beat here again.
Okay. So we start 2-2, 22.
Do it again. Sorry. It wouldn't hurt if you give the cue here.
Oh, okay. Sure.
We are doing 22 with pick up. Pick up to 22.
Okay, yeah, it is. Also because I was conducting like this. Okay, can we probably...
And make clear what is important. What is important here?
Well, I think the clarinets together with...
Yeah, of course. This is important. Everything else is a little bit color. This is the boat going on. No? But we need this and everything else, especially not doing any crescendo. You can show this. They are doing a little bit of crescendo. Show just this. And then we are not doing it anymore. Okay? Just for you, it works. It works here very well. Stay the tempo. And then if you want to have it slower, little by little. But what is happening now? You are doing yum pam 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 da 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 dum ding dum. It's changing the tempo. The tempo doesn't change. The character change. Okay, good. You did it now much better than the previous time. I like this fermata. When you go away from the fermata, push the tempo. This is good. Dum, taram, 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 taram. And then what do you want?
Just kind of very, very fast diminuendo. Die.
Yes, but do you want a slower tempo, a faster tempo, the same tempo?
I was trying to come to this tempo.
Excellent. So then, don't go back with the tempo. If you are doing this, it's great.
Right.
Continue. Or you want otherwise?
No, I like this way.
Like you want. Can we do this one more time? So we have this connection of these three small sections. It is before 26, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do the fermata before 26, please. This is good, but can you change? Don't change the tempo, but change how you beat. Because you're doing tam 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 tam. It's the same. Okay,
got it.
Change it. Okay. Here is the staccato, of course, and here we have the ti da di ram. Okay. Try. Let's do one more time. I feel, I don't know if the colleagues agree with me, but I feel tam taram 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 ta ra ta ta ta.
Still slower.
Still a little bit slower. Have the courage to go all the way. Tam taram 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 ta ya ta 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 tam ta ra ta ta ta. Okay.
Okay, then
you don't have to push a lot. Just be a little bit more insistent.
Okay.
One more time.
So same fermata, please.
Not too fast now, not too fast. Okay. We need, thank you. When the 6/8 start, we need a clear downbeat because they were much too late now because they didn't understand where your downbeat is. Okay.
So here you mean?
Yes. And if I look at your score, I see you did your homework in regrouping the bars. 4 bars, 4 bars, 4 bars, which is excellent. Show it.
Okay. I thought I should kind of hide it.
Why? Why?
No, the trick.
They are happy that you understand how it is written.
Fine, good.
And this is for them even easier to understand this one. One, ta 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 tira. One, ta 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 tira. And this is organic going to the next section.
I see, okay.
In group of 4 bars. Okay?
Got it.
They are musicians, really.
Okay.
Yeah?
Where should we start?
They think musically, I assure you.
So maybe we
Same
start
place.
same place.
Same
Okay.
place.
So the same fermata.
Go to them and tell them to play live. Good. Okay, so we are there again. Do you want to do really? This is more ritenuto.
No,
This
it's
more
too
tam tam tam
much.
ta ta tam. This is extremely difficult, unless you give this tam 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 ta tam tam, and then you give this as a very clear downbeat for first and second
okay.
line. If you want to do the ritenuto,
No, I did just too much of this.
I think as well. You can do it, but I'm
No,
asking
that was
myself
just
why.
mistakenly.
What I miss a little bit is the character of the 6/8, but you are not showing much. What do you want there? You want tam pam pam pam, right?
Yes, maybe just a little with direction.
Actually, we have 4 accents there.
Yeah.
Then show it. You show it so beautifully now. Show it
Okay.
if you conduct also.
Maybe directly this after 27, 8,
6,
9.
8?
Yes, 6, 6, 8.
6, 8.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that we have always this part with everybody of you, but it is so important because this is one of the few places where they really need you. They really need you, and they really need you to stay with them because they need the start, they need how you shape the accelerando and how you arrive then to the tempo. This is what they really need. Another different thing, in the 6/8, I see a lot of eyes looking at you. You are just doing this, and then you go away, and then you go away. I cannot say you are not looking, but you are looking for a millisecond, and then you go away. I think stay with the horn. Pam 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 and da 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 da, and then away. But stay with them for what they are playing, not just looking. It's you, okay? Yeah, right. You know the music.
Yeah.
You know it very well. You don't need this. You don't need this. Only for something if you are not sure. This may be but then it's not just and then you go away. It's just and then you go away. Okay? Stay with the groups we are addressing.
Yeah.
Okay? They will be thankful for this. And it's beautiful. It establishes a connection between you and the orchestra. Can we do it one more time again, please? Directly 6/8, please. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this really clean. Where is that? Yum pam pam pam. Yum tam tam tam. My suggestion is don't do anything.
Okay.
Dara 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 diri 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 yum tam tam ta tam pa 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 pa. Okay. If you do the slightest ritenuto, it gets very tricky, and then you need to do some extra thing. It doesn't have to be.
Okay.
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 The last 4 bars, maybe.
Yes, it's after 28, going to be 8th bar. Bar number 8 after 28. Yeah.
Don't push anymore. Don't push. Sorry. When you arrive here, if you decide to change the tempo, you can do this. This is a tradition, okay. But you have to keep this tempo.
From here.
No matter from where, but here
As soon as
you,
it started.
you should have a tempo which is steady. So with that, 2, 3, and now 1 and ta-tam, pam, tam, pam. This tempo stays for those 5 bars.
Yeah,
Okay?
I got it.
Can you do from here? It is.
Maybe 10 bars before 38.
Okay.
So 10 bars before 38. It's D major.
This is the fortissimo before this. No, yeah.
Yes, it's 10 bars before 38.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you.
Oops.
I'm sorry. And?
Follow the phrase. Follow with them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bravo. Thank you. Thank you, Fabio. Thank you so much. Bravo. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you very much for everybody. I know, first of all, I want to thank you, our young conductors. You did a great job, all of you. Congratulations. And I want to congratulate you, the Concertgebouw Orchestra, for this great work you are doing. I know all orchestra are complaining we don't have enough good conductors, and nobody does anything against this. What you are doing is in order to build up a generation of conductors who really have the possibility to develop on the field, so to say. And there is no better way to do it with you, with your attitude, with your help. And thank you so much for this inspiring, beautiful 3 days you have given to all of us. Thank you very much.
Well, that's it for this edition 2022 of the Ammodo Conducting Masterclass, brought to you live from the Amsterdam Concertgebouw. Thank you so much, dear Maestro Fabio Luisi, for these inspiring sessions, truly inspiring. And thank you, young conductors, Holly, Earl, Anna and Mirian, for your daring and your eagerness to learn. And thank you, Royal Concertgebouw Orchestra, for your precious time and excellence. These sessions will remain online on YouTube and on the orchestra's website, concertgebouworkest.nl. May music remain an enduring inspiration for you. From all of us at the Concertgebouw, all best, goodbye.